Alright, let's get back to playing. So, just finished Gus, and guess we're gonna go up this way while pregnant.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
Oh, gotta climb. Oops. Didn't realize it.
It was as far away as she could get.
Come on. Oh, it's over here. See, this is like kind of a sick little area. I like it.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Yeah, okay, I was right.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later.
Louis. Maybe we get to learn about him.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. And to see kids in the house again.
Well, Milton didn't get very far. Louis, though, had his shit down. Me, not so much. Alright.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
Just build it.
And for a while, things were good. Almost normal. But it didn't last.
I always wonder what happens to these pets. Do they make it or not?
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
This should be the last one. Why do you keep shitting bricks on me? Oh, I see. Oh man, I hope I didn't lose too much volume there, because that was in the middle of a story. There it is, okay. I don't know if I got the achievement, because I didn't see. But I think this is the last guy. I don't know. Sorry about that. It seems to be a bit of an issue. I'm going to just close that so it doesn't do it again. Okay, that should solve that. Anything? No. I would not feel safe up here. Oh yeah, he went missing, right. Wait, where was I supposed to? Oh, this. Got it. I mean, it's a pretty fucking cool room, I will say. It's the door.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
There's a lot more pages to this than I realized. Oh, wait. Is this his story?
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Okay, so yeah, she's younger. Touch it. Thank you.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Seems like... How do I... Guess I go back out?
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Oh yeah. Guess I just don't even notice that.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Okay, this might be the last one.
Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's
There we go.
room.
Awesome. Closer
Except
look.
Lewis.
He is into drugs. What's up here? Nothing. Okay. I think this guy's a very interesting story. If I remember correctly. Very interesting. Kind of long though. What kind of pet do you have?
Lewis's room smelled very,
No. Oh, God.
very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Down. Just trying to look at the tank. Guess we won't look at the tank.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Okay, it's Lewis's story. This is,
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
I essentially have to do this for the
He
next
kept working
while.
at the cannery. But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to...
Wasn't it?
wander.
Oh crap, I remember now.
I asked him to
So
describe
I'm
it.
constantly, I'm working
He said he started small.
the character with my left, and I'm controlling the right
Imagining a
hand with my
labyrinth.
right. I don't even know
Feel
if I
his way
have to do
about.
this with the fish, but
Then
I'm
something
doing it
moved.
anyway.
Bats. And toads.
Oops, oops. I think the fish will start to pile up after a while.
And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head.
I know I have to eat the
He
fish.
took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself.
It's very hard to concentrate on when doing this the first time.
But he
Being so
found something more.
disoriented. Upgrading.
I worried about him then,
So much more.
daydreaming at the cannery.
The whole time I remember this happening,
I spoke with his boss,
I remember like waiting to see when I would chop my hand off.
but he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused,
And I could barely pay attention to the text.
like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on.
Oh, it's getting
I
bigger.
even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Hey, dog.
On the edge of a city named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick.
This is so weird, I love it.
Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something.
Oh, good fish.
Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished.
I do hope I'm not cutting anything off. At least not much.
He held an election for mayor,
I realize the fish are probably getting cut off a bit.
and he won.
Just
They
get
begged
through.
him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis.
That one's creative.
He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis, until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
I've got a life to live over here in this imagination land.
In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a
It's a queen.
handsome queen.
I think I went with king or prince last time. I do like that you get to choose the story. This stuff is fun. It starts just getting
The
more
queen
and
was
more.
on her own quest for
Oh, she's gonna go for radiant rainbows. It really makes you stop focusing
radiant
on the fish.
rainbows.
I remember when I was playing, I tried to not go too far to the right when I was doing the fish. Oh god, do I have to go through these? Oh god.
He followed the sound of
Ah.
her
Oops. Electric sitar.
electric sitar.
God, this is so hard right now.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even even then, his logic remained
Oh,
sound.
no, you can't see it all. Hey, princess.
He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Oh god, there's so many fish. So many fish. Give me a fish. Oh, I'm struggling. So distracting. Wait, slow down.
But he was so proud of having created it.
Oh my
In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
god. Alright, I'm caught up. I'll stay caught up this time.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
What does he look like? Oh.
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Wish I'd chosen a different corner. Alright. I bet this is mine.
He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
I'm not doing anything there,
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
So much.
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him.
Molly. It's just so...
His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head.
My crown.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
All that's left is Dawn and Edie. He was cool.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed.
Can't remember how much is left.
But I understand why we left.
Okay. I think I'm gonna stop it here, because I'm not sure how much is actually left of it, but I don't think there's too much. Like, maybe enough for one more episode, so leave it at that.